Um, I come from Bangalore, India, and for 15 years, we've been mostly working with the social sector. And last 8 years, we are doing a project called Follow the Sheep. So you follow the shepherds to see like what their knowledge needs are, or what their knowledge capacity is, for example. And what I want to talk today is continue from what I did in the last IONET, and connect with some of the work that's going on with the W3C working group, which I'm part of, which I'm part of. So now in India, if you go back before the TV and about 100 years and much further, you'll see that we had amazing CDNs, content delivery networks. People would come to your house, open a scroll, and sing a song. Right? So there, these people would maybe come to your house in Berlin and and show a painting, a scroll, open it, and sing a song in your local Bavarian German language to communicate this Syrian refugee problem, right? So imagine that, right? And they would know who they are talking to, and then they would narrate in such a way that it's not only information, but it's illustrative and it's informative and to the point. Right? So now, today there's a lot of semantic gap. For example, this is an example of a camel herding community in Rajasthan. It's called Raika. And what they do is they live beautifully with animals and nature, and they're a group of lawyers who work with them and make sure their protocol, biocultural protocol, is documented so that other people will come to know about it. Right? So, but this document, since it's a work by lawyers, it's in English. It turns out, and it's not even accessible for the community whose protocol that they're describing, right? So maybe we need these scroll singers for the web, right? So this is an example of such a document, and here you see this Alipi. Alipi means if you don't have script, right? So one work that's going on at Boğaziçi University with Susan and Emra is how to use annotations to support this kind of renarration. So I'll briefly describe that. And for example, you go to that document and you identify what are the essential, a group of lawyers will identify what are the essential points, right? And then there will be key areas like biocultural values, genetic resources, knowledge, traditional knowledge, etc. Right? And then you use those tagging in addition to giving alternate content. It could be audio, it could be visual. And when you do that, you get an alternative page. You can see that this is in a different language. And this could be very specific to another group of herders in another part of the country. And they want to know about specifically genetic resources. Right? They want to learn about that. One thing that I want to mention is when we did this, we got a shutdown notice because you can see that from the ISP that we are hosting, because you can see that there are two pages. One looks like the other, so it's phishing, potential phishing, right? So this is a complementary aspect to what I see as what was discussed as abuse, as far as I'm concerned. But the other part is that we are actually not interested in republication, right? We have, through the years, done an RDFA. we have done a mobile app so that the app knows who you are and it will automatically give you the alternative version. You know, because you just always go to the same URL. I send a URL to Rob and he'll get the San Francisco version. Right? So it's that idea, right? It's not so much about republication. So I'll just spend 1 minute to briefly explain where we are going with it. We have a project called COWLIC. COW stands for Community Owned Wireless Meshes, and LIC is a slug for Location Intelligence Interpretation Centers, right? So what we want to do here is continue with this and see like how learning can be changed. Okay. So when you're growing up, before going to school, you are learning in a certain way where you look at an object, you see its interpretation, you hear about it from other people. And so now if you look at what's going on in India, about 80%, more than 60%, have not gone to school more than 4 or 5 years. They don't know how to read and write, and they don't have any need for school. Right? So this is the next billion you're going to face when smartphones reach them. Right? And as you can see, when you go from the US to Europe to Turkey to India, the demographic changes quite a lot. Right? From a very monoculture to multiculture to different ethnic groups to different literacy levels. Right? So what do we do now? So this is one project. If you go to anthill.janastu.org, we are trying to experiment where this idea of anthill, if you know anthills, they look very small and they come up with ant, but the structure as a metaphor is very deep inside. Right? So we did a little event. To, okay, I'm done, right? So to simulate getting a lot of content from different parts of this hill about different aspects of a location. Now we put that all on the web, like people come, participate and go back and put stuff on the web. And we give them a location vocabulary and a thematic vocabulary. And when they annotate, all that comes on the anthill page. Right? You can go to that site and see all the content that has floated to different parts of the hill. Right? And when you walk there with a phone, if you are here, it shows like, oh, what are the interesting things happened here? And they go to that bar we were yesterday, and the discussion changes. Right? So this is a model we are trying to build for the locals where there's no significance of text. Right? It's all happening with everybody's participation. Some of them could be textual, some of them could be very visual. And also in this bunch of slides, I have a lot of links where we are doing audio tagging using images. We are using digital cultural heritage. Different categories come up. So all these come together in putting together this narrative, a collective narrative. Right? And it uses completely annotations.
Thank you, Dinesh. There's a question for Dinesh while I'm getting Olivier set up. In the back.
Is there a URL or something for the kind of tool set, technical tool set you're using?
URL for what?
For the technology, the
everything
different technologies
is open,
you're using.
and if you maybe get hold of the slides, or also if you go to the iAnnotate page, I think you'll get everything is open source, everything is available, everything is collaborative.